What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of What the Heck Hoops. I'm Hector Maza.
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Mouth in the cut. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, you already know the vibes. We're running it up. Thank y'all again for tuning in. If you could like and subscribe at the bottom, follow us on our socials at the bottom. That will be great. And yeah, get in contact with us, man. Shoot them comments, shoot them likes, shoot them DMs, bro. Contest, say what you like, say what you hate, man, and let's keep it pushing, man. We love what y'all been the feedback y'all have given us so far. And thank you again. Heck, you anything to say before we get started, my brother?
Just like always, thank you guys for all the support and love you guys give us on a day-to-day basis. We really appreciate it. We appreciate, like Mark said, all the feedback that you guys give us, all the criticism that we receive. We really love it. We strive off of it. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us today. So first and foremost, we are approximately like 45 minutes from tip-off for the Bucks and Nets Game 6. And we have a lot to talk about. And I want to get your thoughts just on what you're expecting from this game, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. And yeah, just let it on the table.
Yes, sir. Okay, so for tonight, man, what I want to see, first off, I definitely want to see Giannis go off. I think everybody wants to see Giannis go off. It's about that time. We've seen what's been going on in the last couple of games. The last game, he's been hitting them threes, and I love to see that he's hitting those shots. The Nets are playing hard D too. Obviously KD with the wondrous game we saw, and Jeff Green stepped it up too last game as well. But yeah, from mostly what I want to see is a battle between Giannis and KD. Depending on how they guard KD this time, we'll see how that works out. KD can go for 50 at any moment, so it's interesting to see. And a lot of people were talking about the defense that was being played on KD, with Middleton, no double team, no Giannis to be found, so it's a lot to I anticipate for this game. And a lot of people are saying, and I totally agree, is that this is Giannis' biggest game of his career. This is Mike Budenholzer's biggest game of his career. And I love games like these because not only do you have a lot of suspense, but you have a lot of good basketball. I mean, both these teams are, going crazy at it. You know what I mean? I think they're pretty great matched up at the moment right now with James Harden and KD, without Kyrie. I think with Kyrie, it'd be a little different story. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I want to see. And I want to see what they do with Harden defensively as well. I know I was talking to you about how I was like, bro, why don't they just double freaking KD and let Harden go to work on that hammy? But I don't know. We'll see. That goes back to coaching with Budenholzer. But yeah, and then what I'm also looking forward to is how Jrue Holiday steps up. I was really questioning him these past couple games, especially game 5 and 6. It seems like he's doing a bit. The entire team is choking at the end. To my understanding, I mean, drop passes at the end, airballing, like that's choke activity. So I want to see how Jrue Holiday steps up because he's the one that needs to be in control of this game, in control of the ball, in control of the tempo. You know what I mean? Get Giannis his shots. So it's going to be interesting to see. And Middleton has been keeping up his end of the stick as well. I love to see it. Playing great confidence, taking those shots, not afraid to attack the basket. So I'm really excited to see what these Bucks do. Honestly, overall, I'm really excited to see how these Bucks come back because that last game was pretty bad defensively for them. But then again, you can't stop KD when KD's on a roll like that. There's nothing you can do. I mean, they was poking him in his eye. Hands was right here every possession. PJ Tucker was doing his best. Middleton was doing his best. Not really much you could do. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what these Bucks bring to this table tonight.
Yeah. Like you said, I mean, with KD, he's a first, second best player in the league, wherever you want to categorize him. But like you said, at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to stop him. But you got to at least try. You got to at least throw different bodies, multiple bodies, 3 bodies if you need to at him to shake him off his rhythm. Because you can't expect for PJ Tucker, as great as a defender as he is, this man is like 6'5", 6'6". So at the end of the day, KD, PJ Tucker did a great job on him game 3 and 4. But at the end of the day, Kevin Durant's kind of Kevin Durant, and he's gonna figure it out regardless. So yeah, like you said, let's see what type of defensive schemes that Coach Bud throws at KD and at the entire Nets team. Like you said, I also want to see what they do towards James Harden. I want them to force him to work that hammy, whether it's on defense or on offense. Just attack him so he can get tired out, because there's no possible one, he's obviously not in prime basketball shape because he went so many days without playing. Second of all, this man played 46 minutes on that.
Well, KD and him.
And yeah. No, KD played 48.
Yeah.
And then James Harden played 46 on a hurt hamstring. I mean, I don't understand how you don't attack that as a coach and as a player. But as a coach, you got to instill that in your team's head to, hey, this guy is the liability right now. Let's attack him. There's no reason why on a post move, James Harden should be waving away the double team when he's post defending Giannis. And then Giannis goes for a turnaround fade as if he's KD. Like, I don't understand that. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's I want to see how strong truly is Giannis mentally, because game 5 was horrible the way they fumbled that bag. They were up 17 points with like less than halfway through the third quarter left. Like, there's just no reason why on a injured Nets you give up a 17-point lead. I don't understand that.
And you would, sorry to interrupt, but like, you would think that, this is the Giannis time. And like I mentioned before, thinking a bunch of group tests and things like that. This is Giannis time to take advantage of a broken down Nets team. And I just want to point out an insane stat, bro, that really blows my mind. And I mention this all of the time. Let me start by saying this. Playoff basketball is slow down, sharing the ball, rebound, defense. That's the main aspect of winning or attaining a championship, throughout all series. And the last fourth quarter, when it was tied, game 5, when it was tied 91-91, there were 11 out of the 17 possessions that the Bucks had, there were ISOs. And it's like, bro, as much as you have players that can do that, y'all not ready to be doing that. The caliber players you are. Like, Giannis has never reached, can't shoot like that yet. It seems as though Jrue Holiday is choking up a little bit. Middleton isn't that dude yet. You're not that guy. So it's like, I don't know what's going on in terms of like the end of the game. And like I said, I think when you're relying on an ISO, it's like, oh, I'm choking. I don't really know what to do. I keep saying choking, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's throw up basketball, in my opinion. Like, you're just getting the shot you can find, the best shot you can find with terrible shot selection. So, and it's just amazing to see. But then again, I want to give credit to the Nets though. Jeff Green balled out, man. 27, man, 7 for 8 from the 3. Man went stupid. KD, unbelievable game. 49, 17, 10, man. You can't take away from that, bro. He went berserko. You can't say nothing about that. But at the end of the day, I need more effort on the defensive end. And that's what I'm looking for tonight.
You just gotta try.
Try at least,
You got
something else. Do something else. Pull a new trigger. Something.
Yeah, like at some point as a coach, you gotta have a backbone enough to realize that a certain scheme and a certain mindset that you came into the game with is not working. So you gotta adjust, and that's the difference between championship coaches and good coaches. That's the difference between coaches who last in one locale for 10, 20 years, as opposed to coaches who bounce around the entire league. Because you can't adjust. You need to adjust in the world, in life, period. And as a professional athlete coach and as a professional athlete, period, you got to be able to adjust on the fly immediately. In the blink of an eye, you got to realize, oh, shit, that's not working. He's frying us. We got to change it. Maybe we should double. Maybe we should have someone alert at least. And like we said, at the end of the day, it's not to take any credit away from Kevin Durant. He is one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, the freakiest scorer, the freakiest creature of nature that we have ever seen on the basketball court. But at the end of the day, you just gotta try, bro. Like that was the frustrating part. And mind you guys, I didn't even get to see the second half. I passed out at halftime. So this is like all commentary, me personally, on YouTube. I watched the entire second half the next day. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because at the end of the day, I was enjoying the show and very disappointed with the Bucks and how they executed. Because when I fell asleep, they were up by 16 and a half. So I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm thinking, oh shit, let me check the score real quick. The Bucks probably won by like 10, 15, and then they lost. I saw they lost, and I could not believe it. It's the ultimate choke job. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I would, like you said, this is Giannis's biggest game of his career. I had tweeted that it was game 3, and then this one just surpasses it by 1,000. And I mean, at some point, we will look at him completely different depending on the outcome of this series. It could be really great or really bad,
So
and no, go ahead.
No, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much the fate of Coach Bud's job.
Yep.
It's like that's all it depends on. His job depends on how Giannis and the Bucks perform in Game 6 and Game 7, because it's 3 years in a row. It's 3 years in a row that there's some sort of collapse, some way, somehow, and shit got to change, bro.
Yep. So who you still got? The Bucks.
I have the Bucks tonight in a close game. Yeah, I have the Bucks. I do think Giannis will come out big. I think he will actually try to defend KD like he said he would, and let's see what happens. But I do think that they will. I mean, they're great at home anyways, so I think they'll defend the home court.
But the series, though, what do you have? I still got Bucks. Still got faith in my pick.
I also have Bucks. I want to stay with my pick, like you said, and I still have Bucks. I just feel like for them to win, because I mean, I don't know how hurt James Harden is. There was a report earlier that he didn't have minutes restrictions or minutes limit.
No, yeah, neither of them today.
But at the end of the day, he played 46 minutes the other day. So the minutes don't really matter to me when it comes to Harden. I just want to see him on the floor, how he's going to look. I don't know. He didn't look that great. He had no explosion. He didn't have legs under him for his jump shots. In 2 days, is that going to change drastically? I'm not sure. But I don't think he's that healthy. And I don't see KD dropping 50 again. I hope he does, because it'd be a great show to watch. But, I mean, I don't know. That's who it's all on. It's KD. If you don't go for 45, 50, is done. Unless somebody else goes for 30 and then an extra 30 piece. I don't know. But all I know is KD need to show up. KD need to show up big, like what's expected. And, yeah, I'm excited, though. I'm so excited. I've been thinking about this game all day long. I'm so glad the NBA did it so great to where it's the only game and they put it at 8:30, not too late, not too early. So, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, same thing with me. I got Bucks, man. I think it's a toss-up between who's going to snap today and tomorrow. And with the home game advantage, I got Giannis. And I think because of that home game advantage, it's gonna give the energy and light towards the other players too. Jrue Holiday and Chris Middleton, Brent Forbes might hit a couple threes. I'm excited, and I hope they put in. Let me get this man's name, bro. I apologize, my guys, sir. I can't get this man's name, but he hasn't played. Oh my God, I can't get this man's name. I'm gonna get it to you anyway because it's
Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis, yes. I need that Bobby Portis energy back. Portis energy back, and plus the crowd energy. He was a spark, bro. And they started putting in freaking Giannis' little brother, man. I don't know.
I don't understand that one either because he barely got any run in the regular season.
We gonna see. And I think, with that spark of energy and the home team advantage, I think with the toss-up of KD and Giannis snapping, I'm going with Giannis and them. And I'm sticking with my pick of the Bucks.
Yeah. And just real quick before we move on, a lot of people were talking about this, and I agree. I need the Bucks to play to their side's advantage because in reality, the Nets are small and the Bucks are huge, and yet the Bucks are taking as many threes as the Nets. Brook Lopez is over there jacking up 7, 8 threes every single game when he's 7 foot and has freaking Joe Harris on him and Jeff Green on him when they're like 6'4" and 6'6"? Like, I don't get it. I need him to post up. I need them to drive in the lane and punish all of the small defenders on the Nets, which is exactly why also I want probably Bobby Portis to get some minutes because he's an inside presence. He will get rebounds. He will have putbacks. He will defend at a high level. And yeah, I also agree. I want Bobby Portis in the game. Sit Brook Lopez down, man. Ain't no way he getting 36 minutes. There's no way he should get 36 minutes.
Yeah. But all right, on to the next one. Philly and Atlanta. What's your take on the series so far?
Oh my goodness, bro. All right, so first off, I'm gonna start with the good. I want to give huge props, huge credit to the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young, Nate McMillan, them boys are fighters. All of them in Atlanta. They have set a culture that they just don't back down. They don't care how big the lead is. They will keep fighting until the last horn rings. And it's Trae Young said it. That's their mindset, and it shows. In back-to-back games, they came back from an 18-point deficit and a 26-point deficit in back-to-back games. That is crazy. Trae Young playing phenomenal, great. He's a great facilitator. He's shooting his shot. He's hitting his shots. Lou Will, great spark off the bench last game. And that's the good. Now the bad. The Philadelphia 76ers are just complete horrible. I mean, what they did the last two games is unforgivable. They got the crowd booing them, throwing plastic bottles and stuff. And it's like, I mean, shit, I would too. How angry I would be. Because there's no way that you give up a 26-point lead. 26-point lead and you lose? I mean, like, I knew that leads aren't anything anymore, because of the three and the pace of the game. But, 26 points, like, who would have thought that a 26-point lead in the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, you wouldn't win the game? Doc Rivers, I said this after the Clippers collapsed. Doc Rivers was one of the biggest problems. And everybody flamed me for saying that he deserved to be fired. Even you. Everybody.
I'll put you on the I'll put you on the fry stick.
Everybody was grilling me. They couldn't believe that I would possibly think that Doc Rivers deserved to be fired. But it's a trend. It's a trend, and it's been trending for years. He's blown 3-1 leads in his entire coaching career. No coach has more than one. He just gave up an 18-point lead and a 26-point lead. Now, I understand, obviously, it's a big fault of it is to the players, of course. They're the ones who are actually lacing them up, trying to make the baskets, trying to defend, whatever. But at the end of the day, as a coach, you got to instill a certain type of mentality to your team that they will not allow that to happen. Because at a certain point, 26 points to come all the way back is a long time for you to get through your players' minds to tighten up. That's all it is. You got to tighten up. You got to buckle down defensively and buckle down offensively and take care of business. But it's like he just lets them keep going and keep going and keep going. I mean, I feel like if I'm not mistaken, the Hawks cut it all the way down to like 12, 13, and then he decided to call a timeout. There's no way that someone should cut a 26-point lead all the way into a 15, 12-point lead, and that's when you decide to call a timeout. It makes no sense. And it's like just the energy and the effort that all of the players besides Seth Curry put into the side because he went bananas yesterday. But everyone else just looks like they don't want to be there. Ben Simmons is over there not even wanting to touch the ball because he's so damn scared to get fouled. It's like at the end of the way, dude, you're going to miss your free throws. You suck at free throw shooting. You can't shoot to save your life. It is what it is. But do everything that you've done for all these years that I personally have backed you and defended you because he can affect the game in so many ways. He facilitates great. He's a great driver of the basketball. He's a great defender, obviously runner up for defensive player of the year. He could rebound. He could do so many things. But now it's like, so you don't want to do anything on offense because you don't want the ball. And then you're not defending at a high level because Trae Young just went for 25 and 18 and then dropped 39 on your head because you're the primary defender and you're playing almost 40 minutes a game. So I don't. It's like at this point he's becoming unplayable to me, honestly. And I understand that they're gonna keep playing him because he's one of the stars. But it's like, bro, like you gotta sit him down for him to get his mind right or something, and then maybe in the future, maybe later on this series, maybe I don't know, in a quarter, he'll be able to play. But at the end of the day, when he's out there just standing there doing cardio in a playoff game, in a pivotal playoff game, a series-changing game in Game 5, there's just no reason for it. There's no reason for him to be on the floor. I don't know, man. I was sick watching that, honestly. And it's so funny. I know I'm babbling real quick, but it's so funny because yesterday I got home. It was a late day at work. Got home, went straight to getting Odyssey ready for bed. That's my daughter, guys, by the way, Odyssey. Started getting her ready for bed, blah, blah. Now I go look. I put her down. Man, oh shit. There's still a half of basketball bet. So I go, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, yo. I'm watching the game, and I'm like, yo, I have a feeling they're about to come back. I have a feeling. They were down by like 26, 20. No, I started watching when they were down by like 23. And I don't know, man. Like you could just tell by the body language of the 76ers that they just don't want it. They just don't want it. And that's what I'm gonna end off of. They just don't want it. None of them. Every single player, every single person on the coaching staff, they don't want it. They don't want it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Pretty much on all the things you said, bro. But I want to start off, like you said, by saying, love what I'm seeing from the Hawks. A black coach, man, doing it right.
Yeah.
Nate McMillan and Monty Williams. I'm not sure if I pronounced. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bravo, my brothers. Keep it pushing, keep eating, man. Trae Young, bona fide star. I mean, young bull, 21 years old, bro, killing right now, bro. And like I say he's a bona fide star because he knows when to chill and he knows when to go crazy. And led the charge back up from both of these deficits. I mean, and Nate McMillan too with the coaching scheme. Yo, foul him, just foul Ben Simmons, and we're good. Like that's hilariously tragic, but it's true. And then I want to shout out Lou Willville, man. That man went crazy too, bro. Led the charge in a 55 point run, 55 to 31 point run. I'm sorry. 15.7 for 10, like killer, straight killer. And it's just amazing to see these Hawks. And like you said, it is a culture. They share the ball. They have great chemistry. You got Bogdanovich shooting lights out. Capella holding it down inside of the paint. I mean, as long he's getting his behind killed, but by Joel Embiid, but he's managing. I mean, what can you do against a potential MVP or runner-up for MVP? But yeah, I like what I'm seeing from these Hawks, man, and they're looking really scary. And from game 4, that is when I was like, okay, they're serious. They're serious, and their coaching is serious. And so yeah. But then when you look on the other side of the spectrum with the 76ers, man, just exactly what you said. It's atrocious, bro. Why can't nobody play except Seth Curry, bro? That makes no sense to me, bro. Tobias Harris, you getting 33 mil and you playing like this?
Bro, I forgot to even mention him, bro. Didn't he have like 4 points?
4 in the second half. You making $33 million and you taking 4 shots in the second half when your main stars can't even do nothing right now. You got Ben Simmons, like you said, over here, scared to get the ball. And it's like, bro, you're supposed to be the coach. I'm sorry. Doc Rivers mentioned the mismatch aspect and, defensive aspect, but you're not getting the mismatch because even if you do get the mismatch in the post, they're going to foul you to get the free throws. And even if you go to the rim and you're supposed to be specialized by going to the rim, they're going to foul you sometimes. And even when you go to the foul line, you're going to break the shot. So it's like, I don't understand, what's good with the way they setting up this offensive scheme because I don't know what I would do. I don't even see a way out of this. Now that it's really on the pedestal, it's really here for everyone to see. And shout out to Vic, man. Respect. Because he's been saying this to me. And I'm like, bro, they don't need it as long as Joel Embiid can keep up that productivity. And it seems as though when it gets to the fourth quarter, I don't know if his knee starts hurting. Because I've torn my meniscus. So I know how it be. But still, bro, like I cringe every time he walks. And at the same time, I think that's what's going through his head once it gets to the fourth quarter. Because it's like how you be so good, so aggressive. Like that's the real part. He's so much more aggressive in the first 3 quarters, taking it to the rim, getting contact, eating Capella alive, literally in the post. But then, oh yeah, let me just do the turnaround, fade away. Oh, let me start moving out to the jumper, step back jumper. Oh, let me start getting threes. And it's like, bro, we can tell you're either tired or you're scared for that knee. One of the two. So, and that's
what I think it might be.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, just
no, go ahead.
You know what I think it might be last game? I think he was too aggressive in the first half. So I think it was, like you said, an aspect of him. He was probably tired.
Yes.
Because we obviously know that he don't take his training serious. We all know that as NBA fans. It's always been known. 2, I feel like his knee was probably starting to get sore. So it was, like you said, mental as well. Him, because he did seem like he didn't want to put much pressure on his legs, like you said, just taking pure jump shots. I don't even know how many times he got in the post in the second half. But in the first half, we saw the pure domination. He had like almost 30 in the first half. Like,
yeah, exactly. And like when you and I think it's more of the knee, because when you shoot jump shots, one thing that's like kind of important is your knee, when you bend them knees and come back up with that fluid motion. And if you're not bending down, you're not going through the full motion, you're not gonna hit shots. And that's clearly what's going on. So I don't know, man. It's pretty terrible. And yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Doc Rivers, you on the line, Ben Simmons on the line, and Joel Embiid, you might as well sit out for the rest of the season next season, bro. Just to repair that knee, bro. Because like I said, that meniscus is not a joke. It's not another play. It's equivalent to the ACL, in my opinion. So, but yeah, man, like I said, give props to the Hawks because them boys are killers, man. I underestimated them myself. I thought they would lose because I thought the Sixers would do them, but I was wrong, bro. Clearly, what Trae Young has brought to the table, that man's crazy. That man's a certified killer, and I love to see it, bro. And he changed the game, and he's changing the game. In regards to with this fouling stuff, I just kind of want to touch on it. I think this leads to the issues with the refereeing and the rules, bro. I mean, like I said, with James Harden, he's exposing the fact that, this is something in the rule, bro. And same with him, bro. And I kind of like it personally because like I said, basketball is a chess game, or like people say, basketball is a chess game. And so if whatever you got to do, you got to use it to your advantage. And just like,
I agree.
Just like, especially young, small guards as well, because, we don't have that height advantage. So, yeah. I love what he's doing, man. Certified killer, and the Hawks really doing it right. And I love to see 2 black coaches eating. I love to see it, man.
That's a fact.
So, yeah, man.
It out too, because they both black, Doc Rivers and Nate McMillan.
Yeah, that is true. But I feel like I just say that I mentioned Nate McMillan and Monty Williams because they came from the bottom with these organizations. They were in the shitty situations, bro. You had Trae Young with no backup. He didn't get new players. He developed these players. You got John Collins eating right now. He acquired Capella. That's and he's doing a pretty good job with just the schemes because of the paint presence. And then you got the Herder and Bogdanovich sniping, bro, utilizing them to their extent too, because they're getting double digits almost every game. So
I mean, they're a completely different team than they were before the other coach was fired. I forgot his name because he's like the interim coach.
Yeah,
they better keep him because if not, they're gonna be about 25 other teams are gonna be lined up at the door for him. So they better keep him.
It's lit to see, man. And but to my point, like it's a grassroots program for the most part, and it's amazing to what he's built. So. Shout out to him, man. But I'm also praying for Doc Rivers because I love Doc Rivers. Shout out to Winter Park. Shout out to Austin Rivers, man. Shout out to the state. Nice. But no, come on, man. I need something. So
it's weird, man.
But
go
ahead,
real quick before we move on, just real quick. It's like Doc Rivers has like a weird legend in the league, like everyone loves Doc, even all the fans. Like we see him in the same category as like Pat Riley or a Pop. But it's like I said, last year he's not there. He's not, and he obviously seems like a great guy. I actually met him at Austin Rivers graduation. I took a picture with him and stuff. He was a very nice dude, very nice guy. But man, he need to get it together. You need to get it together.
Yeah. And then my question was though, who you have in this one still? Change or you still got him?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I want to say Sixers just because, they were my pick before the series. Honestly, man, I feel like it's the Hawks. I feel like the Hawks have complete momentum. They've taken complete momentum. They've taken control of this series. And I feel like they're in Philly's head at this point. The fact that they're like, dang, like, we can't even get a 20-30 on these guys because they're going to come back anyways. Like, I feel like they're really in Philly's psyche. And they're at Atlanta tomorrow night. And it's a hard place to win at. So, I don't know. I feel my heart is telling me that the Hawks will close it out in Game 6. Sadly. How about you?
I'm not there with you. I think Philly could hold it down. I don't know if Philly will make it to the chip as I previously predicted because of this injury on Joel Embiid, but I think the Sixers can hold it down. If Joel Embiid can get out of his head at the end of the game, I think they could pull it off. I think they can pull it off, but he has to be monstrous and he has to be able to hold it through to the end, the fourth quarter. I'm sticking with my pick, 76ers, man.
And you need more than 4 points from Tobias Harris. So.
I swear, though. And I need better defense from Matisse Thybulle, too, man.
Yeah,
come on, too. Bro.
He fouled Trey on the three-pointer last night. They pretty much, at that point, after that, they never looked back from the lead. So,
yep. Yeah. So it's pretty sad, man. But yeah, man, excited to see what they bring tomorrow. And then let's transition over to the Jazz and the Clippers. How you want me to go first? You go first, my brother.
You can go first. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just start off by saying, wow, man. I already submitted my apology to Pandemic Feet. It's in the mail right now. Yeah, man. Respect, bro. And this is his time, I think. This is time. And I think I love this. People were clowning me last night because I didn't get to watch the game on the big TV. And I was waiting to watch the game on the big TV because they thought I wanted it. Long story short, this is the game I've been waiting for. And I didn't get to watch it on the big TV, bro. It was hot. But because this is one of the best basketball series we got right now out of the three. I think with the level of three-point shooting these teams come with, bro.
Oh my God.
Insane. Bro. With the top making threes, the Jazz are top making, the people who make the most threes. Mm-hmm. And while the Clippers are the ones who have the best percentage. So it was crazy to see, bro. Literally at the half, they had freaking 17 threes, bro.
Dude, it was crazy.
It was crazy without Kawhi, bro. So it's lit. And some things I do want to touch on though. I love Ty Lue, what he's doing, man. I honestly was questioning him though because of the stuff that was going on with in terms of like the first couple losses and the last series with the Mavs. Mm-hmm. But now, much respect because the way he made that small ball move and was heavy on attacking the rim with PG. It's just, it's amazing to see that little adjustment and how drastic that change or how drastic of a change that was and how it changed the face of the game in the series, bro, especially when you're down your best man. So, and it's sad to say though, like that Kawhi will not be back for the rest of the season, bro.
Don't say that, bro.
And we're not
sure. Don't.
I was about to say, I heard it on TV, but knocking on wood, man. And I'll roast you at first, but you were right, bro. This is the season of injuries. I don't know. I'm more on the side of because of the amount of games and how freaking the games were, how much guys got to play. But yeah, small offseason a big factor as well. And it's sad to see, but yeah, man. Back to the Jazz and the Clippers. Yeah, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Clippers. And then like the supporting cast, man, you can't forget about my dog Reggie Jackson, bro, stepping it up
He's playing
offensively and
phenomenal.
defensively, man, hitting these jumpers,
Phenomenal.
going one-on-ones with dudes, eating Derek Favors a lot. Like it's awesome. And then you have, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart though.
Marcus Morris.
Marcus Morris, man. Oh my God, bro. At first, like when I first started watching the clips, I'm like, why is this dude going one-on-one like so much?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, who does this man think he is, bro? But he's stepping it up. It's definitely being elevated his game last game to fill it for Kawhi as well. So I think it's beautiful to see how they're starting to click. So yeah, man, props to Ty Lue, bro. And then let's switch it over to the other side with the Jazz, man. One of my favorite players, Jordan Clarkson, bro, going dummy, bro, going dummy. Keeping his end of the stick up while Donovan Mitchell was in a little slump last night. It's great to see, man. I love these Jazz, and I think the Jazz might beat they're probably most likely going to beat the Suns, is because they're so well-rounded. I mean, bro, you got freaking Joe Ingles doing his thing, man. Facilitating so well, man. Shooting the correct shots, bro. It seems like he don't make a mistake to me, runner up a 6-man, man. That's what I expect, though. And then you got Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. It's pretty great to see. I don't think he had any blocks last game, though. But even then,
eating his shit last game, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say even then, I think with the adjustments they made, with that small ball, I think they're taking advantage. But yeah, and then Bogdanovic just pulling up wherever he wants, like for what? It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, 7 threes in the first quarter, man.
That's what I'm saying, and it's like, do y'all even need Donovan Mitchell? I think he's questionable tomorrow. I just got the notification he's questionable tomorrow. Yeah. So I think that's why I'm like, yo, these Jazz are nothing to play with. But yeah, man, it's an exciting series to watch, yo. It's really an exciting series. Yeah, and I'm sticking with the Jazz on this one. I gotta go with the Jazz on this one. So I don't see the Clippers coming through with Kawhi being down. But yeah, I'm definitely sided with the Jazz. And then a couple of things I wanted to mention. Let's see. Yeah, man. No, that's pretty much it. I just love what I'm watching. It's incredible. It's incredible to watch this type of basketball and this high level basketball at least.
Okay. First and foremost, I'm gonna just give my pick. I think the Clippers are gonna take this. Honestly, I think they're actually gonna win tomorrow night in 6. Especially if Donovan Mitchell isn't at least 85, 90%. Because he's clearly not. He took 14 3-pointers last game. 14. He only took 5 other shots. He went 6 for 19. And bless you. So he went 4 for 14. So only 2 jump shots that he made were not threes. And Donovan Mitchell doesn't shoot 14, 15 threes, So you could tell that ankle is bothering him. He had 1 3, I saw it earlier, to where he shot it, and after he landed, he's like hobbling, like jumping up and down on that one leg. It's like it doesn't really look like a celebration. It looks like he's like in pain, So hopefully he is healthy enough to finish out the series with good health. But no, I don't think they could stop this. The Clippers, the way they're feeling right now, the way they're eating right now, the way PG is eating right now. And it's so funny because I literally told, and mind you, I flamed them last season. I flamed them at the end of the season. But going into the season, I expected him to have a huge bounce back. Same. I even bought his rookie card, everybody. So you already know it's going to be worth good, Brett. After this, because God forbid that Kawhi is out for the rest of the series. I mean, for the rest of the season, I think that they will beat the Suns if he plays. And I think that they do have a good chance to win the NBA Finals this year. Unfortunately, it hurts my heart to say that, but it's just the truth. I mean, this team, like I said, the level of talent that they have on their roster and the potential that they have when they're actually playing to the level of their skills is nearly unmatched within the whole league. I think they're the deepest and the most complete team in the entire league when they're playing hard, because they could easily be top 5 defense, top 5 offense. easily, because like you said, they have the highest 3-point shooting percentage in the whole league
Bro, they
of
took
all
54
time.
threes last night.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. And it's just a testament to how far the game has evolved, because there's no way 10, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, we hear anything about 53s. I mean, they would get ridiculed for a week
They
across
literally
sports
took
media.
more threes and twos.
That's
And it's
crazy.
and yeah, it's like and sorry to interrupt, but like that just goes to show the change of basketball. You know why you hear Kobe talking about defensive rebounding, the only thing that matters when it comes to going for a chip. But now it's 3 points. Live and die by the three, bro. Like it's really what it is nowadays. And it started with these Warriors, but yeah, man, it's crazy.
I agree. PG, I mean, he was just phenomenal last night. He went for 37, 16, and 5. I mean, that's who we knew and know that PG could be. Because at the end of the day, if we're talking about full bag, full offensive, and just complete player, he's top 5 in the league for me in regards to fully his entire skill set on both sides. Because he could do everything on offense. There's not one thing you could say that he can't do. And he could defend at a very, 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 very elite level. Not many players can say that. You know?
So wait, what do you have in top 5? And what's your top 5 ranking for him? Like in what category? Like what do you mean?
I just mean in regards to complete player, complete talent. I think he's one of the most talented guys in the league. I don't think he's one of the best guys. I don't think he's top 5 actual players. But in regards to entire skill set, I do think that he's more complete than LeBron. And LeBron's complete. But when we're especially offensively, because we all know LeBron his jump shot affects him, his free throw shooting affects him. Paul George, there's not one thing on the offensive side of the ball that he can't do. And he could guard your best player if you really need him to. So that's me personally, that's my thought process on him. And we knew what he could do because he did it right before he left OKC when he was the runner-up or the third place in MVP. He was top 3 in MVP before he got hurt. And then, he had the shoulder surgery. He wasn't the same, blah, blah. But I think he's making that step to going back to that. Because I think he's figured it out up here, because at the end of the day, that's what it was all about. It was up here. It was him believing in himself. And he said it, man. He's on that indie mindset. He gonna play like indie Paul George. Oh my gosh. I think he's going for another easy, almost 40, if not 40 piece tomorrow night for sure.
I don't doubt that. I really don't, but I agree with everything you're saying. I think he's on a comeback. I think he's on a tear right now. I think he has a vengeance in mind. NDPG is back. Just to pull out some stats, he's 46% from the field, 36 from the 3, and 90 from the free throw. So it's great to see. And yes, the man, I think he could go for 40 tomorrow night. With 30 plus games this series, 30 plus games.
Well.
Yeah. So with the momentum as well. So I think you're right, but I don't agree with you that top 5. But yeah, man,
you don't
it's
think
great
he got
to see.
Top 5 bag?
No. Joel has a bigger bag than him. Let's start there.
No, he does not.
CJ McCollum got a bigger bag than him. Jason Tatum got a bigger bag than him. Kawhi Leonard got a bigger bag than him.
No, he does not. He's not as good of a shooter.
Not D-Book, I'm sorry. Who? Kawhi Leonard?
Kawhi Leonard is not as good of a shooter as Paul George. No way. He shoots a line drive every single time, bro. No way.
Kawhi Leonard's like number 2 jump shooter in the league. But all right, number 1, number 2 jump shooter in the league. We had this conversation.
Mid-range.
I think if anybody got a deeper bag offensively than him, Jordan Clarkson too. Come on, bro. Offensively, in my opinion,
he don't attack the paint like Paul George has the ability to.
He can do whatever he wants on the offensive side of the ball at 6'2", 6'3", with no muscle mass compared to PG. Stop playing with that boy.
Who you giving the rock to if you need a bucket with 2 points? You got 3 seconds and it's a 1 point lead and you need him to drive the ball. You giving it to Jordan Clarkson or Paul George?
No, I'll give it to Paul George. But what I'm saying is he's not far off, taking it to the rim, especially with a jump shot, and he's been producing longer than him. This man Jordan Clarkson been doing this since last season off the bench. Come
Paul
on,
George has
bro.
been doing this since 2012.
He wasn't doing this last year, not in no playoffs, and that's why I wanted to mention too. Respect, because his average this year is 25.9. Last season it was almost like 15. So I wanted to give him props on that. But I don't think he's top 5 back, offensive back. You know, you got CJ McCollum, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. You know, offensively it's a lot. Given their liability sometimes on the defensive end, but I think I don't know if he's top 5. I got Donovan Mitchell over him. I got Kawhi over him, and I got freaking Joel and
Wow.
I don't even know, but off the top of my head, but I just
That's sad.
yeah,
We
I
will
don't know.
talk more.
He's
Matter of fact,
definitely ascended this season, but I want him to sustain this. I want him to sustain this.
listen,
So
we will, just so you guys know, we will do an extra episode just on this topic because I don't want to, drag this episode out longer. But you're wrong, Malcolm. I'm right. Everyone knows I'm right. Comment below. Tell him that he's wrong. And yeah, you got anything else to add though?
nah, man. It's a great series, dog, and I'm excited to see what comes out of this, man. Like you said, this season of injuries, but dudes are playing their behinds off, man. Especially the role players have been stepping up throughout the entire playoffs, man. So I love to see it, bro. Great basketball, for real.
I agree. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining for another episode of What the Heck Hoops. Want to thank you guys, like we said earlier, for all the love and support you guys show us on a daily basis. We want to ask you guys to comment, like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications right down there. There's a little bell. And yeah, just share this video with any of your hoops friends. Introduce somebody to basketball. Show them this video and just show them that in basketball, there's always love. And in love, there's always basketball. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And yeah, you guys be safe. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
Yes, sir.